exactly is this auction of yours?
Well, I've collected some clothes the items supposedly wear at the beach during summer. They're called swimsuits. And while I'm at it, I'm auctioning some other Aiden antiques I've gathered too. Collecting Aiden antiques was once the most important part of the Homecomer Assembly. It was all about trying to restore and understand the lives of the Aidens. It's a shame so few people care about these antiques anymore. If I want some good prices, I'll have to get a bit creative.
How so?
I actually read about this in a book. Apparently, the Brighton Zone has also had a similar event called a swimsuit show.
You need models for a swimsuit show, right?
Where are you off to in such a rush? Not even gonna say hi to an old friend?
Wait, is that another one of your creditors, Linsis?
Come on! Don't be ridiculous. I don't have the guts to mess with someone like that. That's the most notorious pirate crew in all of Kylo Apocalypse, but I can't remember her name.
That's the first mate of Apocalypse. Her full name is Silas Kreider, also known as Scorpion. A first-degree felon, she was imprisoned the year before last for raiding supplies that Anchor was sending to Ore Zero.
Looks like she's here for a fight too.
Lou was just picking a fight, but her, she's dead set on revenge. It was Hipper who chopped off Scorpion's hand, and Hipper who put her in prison.
So she finished her sentence, and now she's back for revenge on Hipper?
Finished my sentence? To get out sooner and take my revenge, I gave one of my eyes to an executive at Anchor Infinity. That's how I secured my early release. All I could think was, once I'm out, I'll get back the hand and eye I lost. Hipper. I've never really looked at you before, but now I've realized your eyes are beautiful.
Let's see if you've got the guts to come and take one.
Scorpion, it's the Homecomer Assembly today. Granny Lola's funeral hasn't even started yet, and you're already looking for trouble?
Some old hag's funeral? Like I give a damn. I heard Laurent sent invites to all of Lola's students, so I was wondering if you got one too, Hipper. I didn't realize you two were so daring. One throws down the challenge and the other accepts it. I've been waiting here all day, and now my patience has finally paid off. As for you, Linsis, since you helped me find a cybernetic hand, I won't kill you today. Now, get lost!
You really want to make a move?
And do you really want to prove you're a pirate traitor?
I thought after prison and losing a hand, you'd finally wisen up. I guess you're still just as clueless as always. Your Apocalypse crew stole half a year's worth of nutritional paste and medical supplies that Anchor sent to Ore Zero. How many people in the mine died in their beds because of you? Even pirates, desperate as they are, know to leave enough supplies for others to survive when they raid Anchor or Nomads. No pirates have ever wiped out everything the way like your lot. Losing that hand was the least you deserve for all those who died. Honestly, the only reason you're still breathing is because Hipper showed you mercy.
Ever heard of survival of the fittest? You mine rats are so used to swallowing your pride. No wonder Anchor pushes you around. And just like I thought, you two are working together. So don't blame us for being rough. I've already moved the Toms out of here. Today you're dead meat. Once you two traitors are gone, Laurent will have to give me credit for it.
Today's the Homecomer Assembly, so I'll let you live. Now get lost.
You hear that? That's the second time we've let you off easy.
You two, Hipper, mark my words. The next time I see you, I'll rip your hand off and gouge out your eye!
Better train for another 10 years then. Hipper's the youngest captain out there. Think you can keep up?
You two work well together, especially when you're fighting.
Granny used to say the same thing. She said if Linces could become a navigator and join Hipper's fleet, it would be the best fleet in the whole universe. Rumor has it that when they were kids, just the two of them could run rings around a dozen people at once. No blabbing about my dark history, got it? I have to maintain my legendary image in front of our new recruits, understand?
Space really is dry, huh?
Dry? There's a whole carbon cycle plant base churning out oxygen and humidity right beneath us, you know?
Your auction?
Oh, I almost forgot! Let's go!
So where is your auction anyway?
Odin's Tavern.
Odin's Tavern again? Even though Linsis mentioned its deep history before, I guess I still underestimated it. This time, I really need to dig deeper.
Hey, you guys better help me set up things later. There's no way we'll finish everything today.
You're my creditor. Of course I'll help you.
Not just you. Hipper, Lechuses, Shirley, Carrot. Nobody gets to sit around.
When did I agree to help you?
You have to come. I've already picked out your outfit.
Why?
Scorpion just tried to kill you, and I had your back. Don't tell me you're not going to return the favor.
I can help you with something else.
No need. This'll do.
By the way, have you heard from Lechusis yet?
Lechusis? She comes running the second I say the word, doesn't she?
What does she owe you now?
It's called being a good friend, all right? No need to make it sound like I'm out here keeping score and cashing in favors everywhere. We finally made it!
Welcome to Odin's Tavern. Our special pirate assembly drink, Jack Sparrow, is inspired by a classic old movie from old human civilization.
I'm here to set up an auction, not drink.
I'll have one.
You still need to help me set things up, so no drinks for now. Once the auction's over and we've earned enough credits, I'll buy you whatever you want. How about that?
Quit treating me like a child.
Thanks. That'll be 500 credits. This special drink comes with a detailed explanation so you can discover its backstory.
The Black Moon Gang invites the Wednesday crew upstairs for a friendly catch-up.
It's catch-up, not ketchup. Linsis, didn't the Black Moon Gang raid your warehouse before?
They've got some nerve. They want to catch up? Perfect. I'll go settle the score and make them pay me back in credits.
They're probably here for Helene though, right?
If Helene had been there, they wouldn't have raided my warehouse. When you get down to it, it's really your Hope Fleet's fault. Ugh, my auction just has to be a success today.
Ah, you finally made it. Agnes has been waiting for ages.
I'll go talk to her. You guys wait here.
No, Agnes said she wants to meet with everyone from the Wednesday crew, including Hipper.
Agnes from the Black Moon Gang wants to see me? Looks like plenty of people just can't wait to get their hands on my bounty today.
Just go. You'll understand. It's important.
your own just fine without Helene. Going all out and booking the entire second floor of Odin's Tavern?
I'm not like you, hauling around a pile of debt and pinching every credit.
So you called me out here just to criticize me? Well, are you done? I've got things to do. If you're finished, I'm leaving.
Your treasure. Didn't you find that anything is missing?
No way. I went through everything myself. Sure, you all tore the place up and made a mess, but nothing is missing.
Seems you didn't realize there was a navigation chart left in Granny Lola's box.
I haven't even opened that box yet. How did you manage to open it?
Captain Helene said the birth date in Granny Lola's records is fake. Her foster father purposely changed the date, hoping she would forget her homeland and let go of her obsession with returning home.
Can you cut to the chase already? Quit keeping us in suspense. We all know Helene treats you like her own sister. She trusts you and tells you everything.
One of the routes on Granny Lola's chart was a gift from Captain Helene. It's an unfinished route, the most dangerous space-time turbulence Helene had ever encountered.
The Ore Vortex? You mean the time she lost her memory?
That's right, so the chart is only half complete. Helene believes the exit Kylo used to escape the space-time turbulence is right there. And it's the very path home that Granny Lola has been searching for all this time.
I'm not that great at navigating space-time turbulence. I'm afraid I can't really help you.
We're trying to pull a fast one. Didn't your esteemed captain just come back from the Ur Vortex?
Are you saying Carrot's memory loss is just like Helene's? Because she also went through the Ur Vortex? Wait, how do you even know that Carrot lost her memory?
Legisys once recovered Helene's memory. She noticed something similar between them, so she came to ask me a few questions. Don't worry, I haven't told anyone else.
Fine. As soon as Carrot decided to attend the funeral, I knew this couldn't stay a secret. Besides, you're not someone who'd hold a grudge against a child. Continue.
You, Hipper, and Helene once learned about Ida's history from Granny Lola. But in the end, you stayed in Or Zero, running a business to help the locals, while Hipper joined the Hope Fleet to explore space. Helene assembled all of us who've lost loved ones to the space-time turbulence. She was driven by her search for her brother and the truth behind everything. She's devoted herself completely to exploring space-time turbulence. But no matter how different your chosen paths were, your intentions remain the same. You've always just wanted to help the Kylians live better lives.
So why are you bringing up these old stories now?
Honestly, I'm just really curious. Did Carrot actually go into the Ore Vortex? And how did she make it out in one piece? If she pulled that off, maybe there actually is a way to explore that place safely.
The Ore Vortex? I don't really remember. I was in an escape pod and landed. Linsis, can I say it?
What can't you say? Where did you go during your absence? What did you see? Did you see?
She forgot. Just like Helene, she lost a part of her memory because of the space-time turbulence. She's lucky to even be alive, so stop pressuring her. I get it now. You broke into my warehouse to get Granny Lola's flight back map, so you could head deep into the Ore Vortex and look for your missing parents.
If Helene and Carrot could both make it out of the Ore Vortex alive, then maybe my parents are there too. Perhaps they're just lost and are still searching for a way out.
If you just want to find your parents, then why did you insist on bringing me along?
If Carrot really made it out of the Ore Vortex alive, then Helene's hunch was right. There's definitely more lurking in the depths of the Ore Vortex than just ordinary space-time turbulence. But there's no way I can safely reach the depths of the vortex on my own. I need Helene.
Could the path I took here from Ida actually be inside the Ur Vortex? When I get the chance, maybe I should ask Plotty about that route.
You want to stage a prison break? She's being held in the deepest part of Brighton Prison.
That's why I need backup, especially you, Hipper. Out of everyone I know, you know the Brighton Zone better than anyone.
I thought you'd already thrown in your lot with Laurent?
The Black Moon Gang has always kept to itself. We've never sided with any other faction. Between Laurent and me, it's simply mutual benefit at best. After all, when it comes to rescuing someone, especially breaking into Brighton Prison, you can never have too many allies.
I can't possibly agree to breaking into Brighton Prison or venturing into the Ore Vortex Zone. You know full well that both places are off limits for all Kylians. You Black Moon Gang have let your fixation on finding your loved ones cloud your judgment, just like Granny Lola and Linsis. You're constantly clinging to that fantasy of returning home. These obsessions will only harm you, leading you to waste your lives in vain, vanishing into the depths of the space-time turbulence. I joined the fleet because I couldn't bear to see the Kylians end up like that.
What are you implying? Do you seriously think that Granny Lola and I are harming the Kylians? Haven't the explorers spent years pouring countless resources and manpower into their search, only to come up empty-handed? There's no right or wrong between returning home and exploring. The problem is that Anchor Infinity wants to control all of Kylo. They're the ones who forced the homecomers into piracy and turned them against their own people.
I'm not saying I support Anchor Infinity. I just want to find a way forward for the Kylians as soon as possible. But letting people cling to their endless fantasies about old Ida isn't going to help us. Granny Lola once lived in Ida, so it's only natural that she can't forget. But what about you? Throwing away your own life and future, and falling into debt, all for building some memento warehouse? You might be able to fool everyone else, but do you really think you can fool me? All you're doing is making people cling to their illusions and the past. If this carries on, the Kylians will never be able to move on.
Illusions. With so many memories and so many emotions, how can you call them illusions? What if someday there really is hope for us to return home? What if, like, right now, an Aiden actually walked up to you and said, all you had to do was get through the Ore Vortex Zone to return home?
If that day truly comes, I will personally pilot the ship and return every Kylian who longs to go home to Ida. That way, we can rebuild our homeland. But 50 years have passed, and that day has yet to come. I joined the Hope Fleet because I understand just how many people are willing to give their lives for even a sliver of hope. Hope itself is the true danger.
Then you'd better remember this, because that day is coming soon. Granny Lola and I aren't just chasing an illusion.
What are you talking about?
Remember to follow my live streams. Carrot, let's go.
Linsis? What is she up to?
Linsis isn't going to reveal that I'm from Ida, is she?
Hipper, I don't care what's going on between you and Linsis, but I do need your help with my plan to rescue Helene. Of course, if you ultimately decide not to help me, I'll still rescue her on my own. And not just that, I'll team up with Laurent, too. So I suggest you join us. That way, at least things will be a bit more manageable. Don't you agree?
Let's get going, too.
I'm gonna check out Odin's Tavern. How about you?
Worried you'll get into trouble if you stick with me?
You've got it wrong. This is my first homecomer assembly, so I figured I'd take a look around. You can tag along if you want.
If you don't mind, I can be your guide.
Sure. But do you know this place well?
I was actually one of Lola's students. She was my homeroom teacher back in elementary school. She used to say that Iden kids always went on spring outings, but sadly, Kylo doesn't have spring. Then she said she'd take us to the homecomer assembly, which is kind of like a spring outing for Iden kids, and help us get to know Ida better at the same time. Was that the 9th or the 10th one? Anyway, the homecomer assembly was huge back then. People hadn't fully forgotten what life was like on Ida. You could even see people who celebrated Ida's festivals.
Hipper is a few years older than Linsis. She probably knows this place better. Maybe I should ask her about Bagus and Odin's Tavern. But how do I bring it up? Last time I didn't find out anything at Odin's Tavern. That bartender was definitely hiding something.
What are you thinking about? Sorry, you're probably not interested in any of this, are you? I don't even know why I'm telling you. Anyway, you should probably get back to whatever you were doing.
Not at all. I'm really interested. I was just thinking. Back when I was at Or Zero, I heard someone mention a guy named Bagus, saying he's the one behind Odin's Tavern and all that. Is that true?
Bagus? Never heard of him. I don't know who the real boss behind Odin's Tavern is, but trust me, there's no way it's anyone from Anchor Infinity.
Why's that?
Because Granny Lola said so, and I trust her. You're just a nomad. Why are you so interested in Odin's Tavern? Got some trouble you need their help with?
Trouble? I guess you could say that. It's related to an old friend.
Instead of striking a deal with Odin's Tavern, why not talk to me? After all, I'm the chief of the Or Zero Nexus.
Actually, I'm here to find someone. He hurt my friend, and I can't just let that go.
Who is it? If they're a wanted criminal, there might be some leads in the fleet's database.
Actually, I don't even know who he is. We met on some software, and he goes by Bagus on there.
So you couldn't find any trace of this mysterious person anywhere, and now you suspect he's somehow linked to the equally mysterious Odin's Tavern?
He's definitely linked to Odin's Tavern. I can't really explain why, but trust me.
Even if he is linked to Odin's Tavern, Bagus might just be a pseudonym. You know that, right?
I know, but it's my only lead. Besides, he's probably looking for me, too. So if I keep buzzing around like a headless fly, maybe I'll lure him out.
That might work, but isn't it a little too adventurous? You have to understand, people who dug into Odin's Tavern's background before either came back empty-handed or just disappeared.
I have to do this. Not just for my friends, but also for so many others. If you hear or remember anything, please let me know.
So, back when you were living as a nomad, where did you usually hang out? Last time I was so busy with Linsis, I kinda overlooked you, huh?
Is she suspicious of me? I still don't know much about Kylo. How can I talk my way out of this?
Don't worry. I know you were just forced by the pirates, and you haven't done anything wrong. I'm only asking because I want to learn more about you and your friends. That way I can help you with the investigation more. I've always only gone after those who truly violate security regulations. I have no interest in oppressing ordinary homecomers or nomads. I don't want the Hope Fleet to act like Anchor Infinity's enforcer. To a nomad like you, these words must sound hollow. But back when I joined the Hope Fleet, I looked up to it with admiration and longing. It was formed by true idealists.
It doesn't sound hollow. In fact, I'd like to hear more about the Hope Fleet. After all that talking, you must be thirsty. How about we order a drink and have a little chat? Thanks for agreeing to help with the investigation. Drinks on me.
All right. Thank you.
According to the customs back in my hometown, today's some kind of, summer festival? What's it called again?
No. It's that festival where you make wishes to, a satellite in the sky.
No, you've got it wrong. That's an autumn festival thing.
Welcome! What can I get you to?
I'll have whatever is cheapest. Hipper, how about you?
Vespertini. Let's start with 3 of those.
How come just anyone can show up at the Homecomer Assembly now? What the heck is Laurent thinking?
Keep your voice down. What if she snatches us?
You think she'd dare do that? It's the Homecomer Assembly today. She'd walk in standing tall and get carried out sideways. Ungrateful. No wonder she joined the Hope Fleet. Her darn fleet got Granny Lola killed, and she still has the nerve to show up at the funeral? Too bad the Hope Fleet took away Granny Lola's body. Otherwise, if she saw her precious student today, she'd probably be so mad she'd come back to life.
Tone it down a bit, will ya? You tried that with Lynch's just now, and it still couldn't out-argue her.
Just talking about it makes me mad. Linsis is a backstabbing snake. After her parents died, Granny Lola basically raised her. She should be collecting the bounty with Hipper's head in her hands. Instead of arresting Hipper, she swaggered into the tavern with her. If it weren't for the Assembly's rules, I'd have cut those two down on sight. If you ask me, Laurent's the only one we can count on right now. He cares about Granny Lola's funeral, and he's got the guts to stand up to Anchor and the fleet.
Lynch's is just a small-time merchant. There's no way she can handle Hipper. Besides, the two of them grew up together. They've still got a bond, so you'd best not say anything.
You're seriously underestimating Linsis. Her abilities are second to none. Even better than mine, I'd say. And she's no backstabber. If she were, she wouldn't have gone through all this trouble to cling to a bunch of junk. As for Laurent, he's using the funeral as an excuse to host the Homecomer Assembly. Everyone knows exactly what he's after. Only you idiots have fallen for it. If I were truly ungrateful, I wouldn't have come alone to the funeral. I'd have brought a whole fleet and wiped out every last pirate there, including Laurent.
Ha! Finally decided to speak your mind, huh? Too bad this is our turf. You really think I'm scared of you with all these people watching?
The Toms are here and Granny Lola's funeral hasn't started yet. I say we just relax and enjoy our drinks. Kylo's booze isn't easy to come by, so let's not spill any by accident.
Good point. Let's finish up and head out. The funeral's about to start. We shouldn't be late again.
I'm only letting you off the hook today because of Granny Lola. Tuh.
You didn't have to step in. They can't touch me anyway.
You just had a fight with Linsis. You still not over it?
They just forgot the festival from their hometown, yet they're still pretending to celebrate it. Don't you think it's ridiculous? They've already forgotten everything, yet they're still clinging to it.
50 years have gone by. Some things have simply been lost. It's not their fault.
Ida was reduced to ashes in that explosion long ago. What are they still holding on to? There's no way back now. I'm not trying to hurt Linsis' feelings. I just want her to see the truth. I've witnessed firsthand just how hard deep space exploration is. It requires everyone's support. Yet the homecomers would still rather die in the perilous deep space than support the fleet's mission. They say the Hope Fleet is Anchor's lapdog, but they have no idea how hard General Veronica has had to struggle just to keep it going. The fewer Kylians who support the fleet, the harder it becomes for us to break free from Anchor.
Sorry, I'm struggling to follow.
The Hope Fleet and the Icarus Legion were originally funded by major corporations. Later, when Anchor Infinity acquired Apex, the Icarus region was forced to disband. Pirates have always existed due to the scarcity of resources in space. However, it was during the first pirate purge that the Homecomers were designated as pirates by Anchor. The Hope Fleet showed up at the 12th Homecomer Assembly to capture the pirates there. It was supposed to be a small operation, but somehow it turned into a disaster.
Was it Anchor Infinity?
No one really knows what happened. But after that, everything changed. The Hope Fleet gradually lost the trust of some Kylians, especially those in the Homecoming faction. After that, some stubborn Homecomers simply started calling themselves pirates, while real pirates became increasingly rampant. To crack down on piracy and maintain order, the Hope Fleet was even forced to slow its exploration of the universe.
So what do you think of Linsis' actions?
Does it really matter? Exploration or returning home? In the beginning, the Icarus region and the Hope Fleet often worked together to map out safe routes. They even shared their precious navigators. Everyone knows that it doesn't matter what we find so long as it's good for the Kylians. But now, the homecomers resent the fleet, and some even go out of their way to sabotage its efforts to explore. Without proper sponsorship, the homecomers can't organize their own exploration missions. Linsis's parents died during one of these expeditions because it was so perilous. If the fleet really did discover a way back home, would they honestly keep it to themselves? The Hope Fleet never truly belonged to Anchor, but these days, hardly anyone believes that anymore.
Your drinks are ready. If you're not satisfied, just let me know, and I'll remake them.
Your drink looks pretty tasty.
Want to try it?
Sure. Whoa, that hits hard. Why is it so bitter?
Sorry about that. The first time I had it, I reacted just like you. Don't you think knocking back a drink like that is exhilarating?
I think I'll stick with water.
Maybe you're just not in the right mood for this drink today. When the time feels right, I bet you'll enjoy it too.
So, when did you start thinking this stuff tasted good?
The day I became captain and went on my first pirate eradication mission. Youngest captain in the fleet. Sounds pretty glorious, right? But honestly, a lot of people didn't respect me back then. Ever since that day, I've heard all kinds of rumors. Some even said I was the illegitimate daughter of some rich guy from the Brighton Zone. Just like that, they wiped away all the years of hard work like none of it ever mattered. Later, as captain of the Asher, I went on my first pirate capture mission. I had a fire in my chest, determined to prove my abilities and finally shut those rumor mongers up. But when I got there, I discovered they weren't pirates at all. Just a bunch of hot-tempered nomads who backed the homecomers, pretty much like the others we just saw. I decided to let them go, right there and then, and reported it to my commander. But he tore into me and slapped me with a reprimand. I felt so wronged. I didn't even have anyone to talk to about it.
So you drank this drink?
Thanks to that disciplinary, I only got half my salary that month. I had to skip meals just so I could squeeze in a couple of drinks.
Oh, right. Don't tell Linsis I bought you a drink. I still owe her some funds.
Relax, she owes me credits too. Every drink you buy me is just her paying off what she owes.
She owes you credits? She nearly got herself killed just to avoid getting into debt with you.
That was before she went to Nova Aerospace Academy. Sure, she wrote an IOU back then, but I never really intended for her to pay it back. The last time I brought it up to pressure her, she paid me back the next day. I didn't want to accept it at the time, but she got mad, so I had no choice but to hold on to it for her. According to her calculations, she still owes me a bit of interest. So don't worry, treating me to a drink will only make her happier.
You and Linsis grew up together. You could say Linsis inherited Granny Lola's ideals while you joined the Hope Fleet to fight pirates. No wonder she doesn't like owing you anything.
If only it were that simple.
It's more complicated?
Well, it's not that complicated. Maybe we're just too close to see things clearly. Linsis is a bit younger than me. Even though we look about the same age now, when I was in elementary school, she was still just learning to talk. She's looked up to me ever since then, and always said she'd surpass me someday. And she really did it. She graduated ahead of all her peers, and as a Nova cadet, she even broke my training records. Later, she found that Nova graduates must either join the Hope Fleet or Anchor Infinity, and must choose a position they hope to take when enrolling. I just graduated at that point, and she came to ask me if there was any way to get around that rule or something.
And you chose the Hope Fleet.
Yeah. Until then, I had no idea how to tell her I wanted to join the fleet. It wasn't until she came and asked me that day that I realized I should have told her sooner. I told her that the reason I signed up for Nova was to find a new home for the Kylians out among the stars. But for her, having looked up to me and Granny Lola since she was little, it felt like a kind of betrayal.
The Hope Fleet is still responsible for Granny Lola's death. Linsis must hate them even more now.
As far as I can remember, the Hope Fleet, like the Icarus Legion, was made up of warriors willing to lay down their lives for the future and ideals of the Kylians. But to little Linsis, ever since she could remember, the Hope Fleet was just Anchor Infinity's lapdog. They were the ones who crushed the Icarus Legion and turned Granny Lola into a pirate. In the end, the role model I'd looked up to since childhood took the very path I despised and even joined my foes. Anyone would feel disappointed in that, right? Especially since we were both at our most stubborn age back then.
Even Linsis herself said that when it comes to exploring space and returning home, there's no real right or wrong.
There's nothing wrong with exploring space, but that doesn't mean the Hope Fleet is blameless, does it? Just look at the warm reception I got at the assembly today because of who I am. You can see what I mean, right? When I was little, Granny Lola was my elementary school homeroom teacher, and she talked about Ida almost every day. But as time went by, I found it harder and harder to believe the Kylians could ever return home. That explosion was massive, so powerful that even the Kylian space station was caught in the shockwave, even though it was way out in satellite orbit. That's what reduced it to what it is now. Honestly, I don't know how I'm supposed to believe that Ida is still out there. So, I began to learn about the Hope Fleet's mission, and gradually found myself drawn to the idea of exploring unknown planets. I long for the day when I can lead the Kylians to a new home.
The Hope Fleet's guiding principle is...
Everyone in Kylo used to know that line, but now it seems the fleet... When it was founded, its motto was, Hope Beyond the Stars. When this motto was set, every member of the fleet believed that if we could break through the space-time turbulence, we could find a new home and free the Kylians from the hardships of their nomadic existence. But in 2700, during the 12th Homecomer Assembly, the Hope Fleet launched an attack, and the Kylians began to lose faith in them. Yet even then, I still believed in the fleet's mission and longed to explore the cosmos. That year, Granny Lola had to leave the school to govern the Icarus Legion after it lost its support. So before she left, I told her about my wish to explore the universe.
She chewed you out?
Back then, I was just as scared as you that she would get mad at me. But instead, she encouraged me to become the youngest captain of the Hope Fleet. I still remember what she said to me back then. Only when the homecomers and explorers work together can Kylo truly have hope.
Granny Lola was an impressive woman.
Back then, she also said that if Linsis wanted to follow me and join the Hope Fleet when she grew up, she could be my navigator. And together we'd be the best duo in all of Kylo.
But then, the Hope Fleet killed Granny Lola. So, do you still trust them?
I'm not really sure. Back then, I received a secret mission. I was assigned to a special protection mission during the third pirate eradication operation. Until we arrived at our destination, my task force wasn't informed of the mission's details. At the time, I thought I'd been assigned to protect Granny Lola, to prevent Kylo from fragmenting even more.
But in reality, they sent you to capture Carrot.
So Linsis did lie to me. You really did sneak a peek at my files that day.
Huh. I let that slip, huh? The file didn't explain everything, though. Were you really sent to capture someone?
They called it protection, but in reality, it was just a kidnapping. Maybe they chose me because of my background. They trusted me to protect Carrot, and at the same time, it was a test of my loyalty.
Legisis.
The medic on the Asher was injured during another mission, and in that emergency, she was the only one I could turn to. After all, if I could have saved Granny Lola back then, she would have been the best person for the job. Unfortunately, the fleet departed before I was given the go-ahead. By the time I arrived, everything was already over. Honestly, when the Asher disbanded, I didn't dare tell Aster, but deep down, I was kind of relieved. After Granny Lola passed away, I didn't know whether to stay with the fleet or leave. If I leave, can I still help the Kylians find a new place to call home? Sometimes, I think it wouldn't be so bad to just stay here in the Or-Zero zone as the Nexus Chief. At least I could do my best to look after everyone here in the mine. And maybe I'd even have a chance to mend my relationship with Lindsys. But considering everything that's happened, it's probably too late for things to ever go back to how they were between us.
There's plenty of time. You can still make things right.
Sorry. I get chatty after a few drinks. I've probably dumped too much on you all at once. After all that talk, our drinks are all gone. I should just keep my promise and tell you about this place. How about we start with the arena over there? Let's take a look. It might be just the change of pace we need.
What's this?
It's one of the events held by the homecomers to keep their hometown traditions alive. Apparently, it started out as something called bullfighting, but over time, to allow more people to join in, it gradually evolved into what it is today.
Looks entertaining.
There are tons of fun things to do there. Why not give it a try? Sometimes you can even earn credits if you win.
All right, I'll give it a shot. Surprisingly simple.
You've been hiding your true talents this whole time.
Huh? Not really.
Never mind. I'm not here as a member of the Hope Fleet today, just as Granny Lola's student. Whatever you and Lindsys have been hiding from me, I won't pry into it. But there's something I want to ask you.
What is it?
What did Lindsys mean just now when she mentioned following her live stream?
No idea. She went off to get ready for some auction and didn't take me with her.
What was she talking about?
She wouldn't say she's found a way home just to get back at you, would she?
No way. No matter how angry Lindsys gets at me, she would never joke about something like that. She understands better than anyone just how much that would impact Kylo.
If Lindsys asked what you'd do if you really did find a way back home, what would you say? Before, you said you'd give up everything and join the homecomers and help the Kylians get back home. Did you mean it?
You've got it wrong. I said I'd be willing to help any Kylian who wants to return home. That doesn't mean I don't think space exploration is important. Even if that disaster had never happened, no matter how the Kylians lived, exploring the universe is still really important. If that day truly comes, after everyone has returned home, I'll still board a ship and continue my journey into the depths of the stars.
What about the Hope Fleet and Anchor Infinity?
In fact, you've just helped me see things more clearly. No matter what the Hope Fleet aims to do, no matter what Anchor Infinity intends, what I want to do has never changed. My goal has always been to help the Kylians explore the universe and build better lives, not to turn the Hope Fleet into some idealized organization.
You're resigning?
That's not what I said. If I resign, who knows what kind of person the next Or-Zero Nexus Chief will be? Forming my own exploration squad will require a great deal of manpower and resources. Until everything's ready, I'll keep going strong as a dedicated and responsible chief. Once I've assembled my own team, I'll definitely keep pursuing my goal. That's what Astra and I agreed on when the Asher was disbanded.
What's that?
The funeral's about to start. Let's get going. Wait, sorry, I lost track of time, and I haven't told you about the customs of the Homecomer Assembly. Basically, each group of homecomers has its own emblem, which they display at the funeral as a way to show respect for the deceased. Besides that, everyone attending the funeral lines up to salute the deceased. Among the homecomers, those representing the Icarus Legion use a gesture where both hands are placed on the chest, shaped like bird wings. You don't have much of a connection with Granny Lola, so there's no need to do any of that. A simple bow will suffice.
Understood. Let's go.